Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 Twin Cities Film Fest, sponsored by Stearns Bank. Today, we are here with, and if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Yes, I'm Jeffrey Morris.
Yes. And he is the writer and the director of a film that's being featured here today. Can you tell us a little bit about your film and
Sure.
what inspired the sort of the writing behind it?
Sure. The film's called The Eagle Obsession, and it's a journey that goes back to the 1970s, a time when there was a lot of very optimistic science fiction shows like Star Trek, things like that. There was a show that I watched called Space 1999 when I was about 7 years old. There was a spaceship in that show that a lot of us growing up at the time imagined ourselves growing up to fly, and it stuck with people all around the world. I decided to make a movie about the love of this spaceship, and basically it gave us a chance to talk about how there was a much more positive view of the future 50 years ago, and we want to look back at that to maybe find a better path to a new future today.
I think that's beautiful. Wow. What did it look like from writing to getting to where it is today? Walk us through that process.
Well, the film, we first came up with the idea, I believe it was summer of 2022, and so it took a while. Yeah, and so and then in 23 we did some crowdfunding. We put the thing together. We were writing it along the way. We were scheduling interviews. It was a big undertaking. This film, there's several segments that take place in the UK. We're in Denmark. Early on, we went to Canada. We're all over the United States with this. So it was a big story, and we wanted this to be very cinematic and very visually stunning. So that was the idea for the film, and we were able to land some amazing guests in the film also. So that's another thing that was cool. Yeah.
And so when you were working with your co-director and co-writer, what did that relationship look like?
Well, okay, so my producing partner on this thing, and so we wrote it together, they produced it, and he's also our editor. So his name's Frederick Haugen, and Frederick and I basically worked together, kind of mapped out the story we wanted to tell, scheduled the interviews, got things off the ground. But then the hard part with this was really we had over 30 hours of footage, so the two of us spent nearly 1,500 hours. Editing this film, going through it, which was crazy. It was like we spent like 6-7 months just total, grinding away at it. So yeah.
Well, that's a lot of dedication for a beautiful film. What do you want audiences after watching this to walk away doing? What's sort of the next actionable step that you want them to take?
I mean, the thing that I feel super positive about this film is that it's designed to reach audiences that are much broader than just science fiction fans or space science fans. I consider this to be more of a cultural documentary. It's really a human interest story. So one of the things we found is that it's been very touching for people some of whom never even thought about this genre. They had no interest in it at all. And I think that the number one thing I'd like people to take from the film is just that there's a possibility for a better future out there. And we could learn to get along better, we could learn to be smarter, we could learn to care more, we could learn to do things so much differently. And I think that by looking back at that vision of what science fiction used to be, it could really help us to maybe re-envision a better non-dystopic future for ourselves. So yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for showing us this work of art that you created, and we're excited to have our audiences here see it. Thank you
very much.
Of course.